We're gonna break right into this video, and I got a good one for you guys this time. You know what? This week, I'm bringing to you a seafood gumbo. Really, it's, you know what? It's a long name. It's chicken and sausage and seafood gumbo. Super easy to make. I know you guys, some people are like scared of like that roux, but I'm gonna show you guys just how easy it is to make a roux where it's almost like foolproof, you know? So endure it, let's watch it, and let's break right into this video. Okay, we finna get right into the ingredients. Look, right here, we just got shrimp. It's already been peeled and deveined. These are jumbo size, as you can see, a nice size. Over here, we got boneless, skinless, you know, chicken thighs. I'm gonna go ahead and cut those, trim those down, but I just got them in there. They've already been rinsed. That's why you see the paper towel. I'm just letting all the water drain off of them. Hey, I know this is not part of gumbo, but you know what? You gotta have your sweet tea. And of course, you know what? Most people put crab in there. I saw these crab claws. This is what I'm going with today. I love these. The claws are like super sweet. We got 2 cups of chicken broth. And listen, when you say gumbo, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what? I've been on that Cajun and that Creole kick, so you know we gotta have andouille sausage. We got celery. A whole bell pepper, just cut, roughly cut. The more and more, you know, the longer it cooks, you know, the smaller it gets, so I start off rough. 5 cloves of garlic. This right here, you guys should be able to guess right now what that is. That's that Creole Kick by Sweet Smoky Joe's. Hey, listen, that's 2 tablespoons. Here it is right here, so you guys can see. I'll put the information down in the description box below. If you guys have not gotten this right here, man, you gotta try it. And let me just say this. Listen, if you use the discount code AB10, listen, I'm not getting nothing from it. That goes to show you how much I like this product right here. Hey, you guys do yourself a favor and get it. That's AB10. Here, obviously, you know, that's an onion, you know, roughly chopped. And you know what? You do not have to have fresh thyme, but I just like fresh thyme. You know, I just get like a little small pinch full. You know, it's about like 6 or 7 sprigs right there. Right here, this is the fire roasted diced tomatoes. You know, this right here, I like Hunt's. I like this brand right here. And what you're not looking at right now is you're gonna put a 1/2 cup of oil, and we're gonna make our roux, and then we're gonna have some flour. So I'm getting ready to take you guys over here to the stove. We finna get on that cast iron skillet. You guys saw last week how I made the gravy. We finna do the same thing. We get ready to put it in the crock pot. Super easy. We're gonna cook it on high for 4 hours, and then we finna grub. Okay, look, keeping it super simple. Listen, I like to lay my ingredients out as I'm gonna use them. So we making a roux. We're using a cast iron skillet. This is already starting to get warm. Look, we're gonna add oil. That's a 1/2 cup, and then we got a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. We're gonna put that in here. We're gonna whisk it around. Here we go. Now, I'm gonna move this over here so you guys can see. We are using a cast iron, so look. You know, I always talk about not using you know, metal on metal, but that goes for like non-stick pans. Then once we get the roux a certain color, we're gonna come back. We're gonna put our onions, our bell peppers, and our celery in, and we're gonna cook them down for a couple of minutes. After that, look, you're gonna start seeing this come together. So now let's just go ahead and get our roux together. Now once you get your skillet, you know, hot under medium-high heat, go ahead and just add your 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. And listen, it doesn't take long for a cast iron skillet to get that grease, you know, your oil up to temperature. And then what you want to do is start adding slowly. Look, that's the key. Just a little bit at a time, adding your all-purpose flour, you know, to your vegetable oil. And this right here, we on our way to making the roux. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to the color. The color is key. You can see what color it is right now. You can see it's going to start becoming tan. But what we're looking for, we're looking to get it somewhere like, you know, we want it to almost have like a chocolatey color to it. So, and pay attention. Notice I don't stop whisking. I just keep going, and under the heat, you might have to make some adjustments, because the key here is you don't want to burn it, and you don't want to cook it too fast. I've seen people they normally, you know, burn it because they don't adjust the heat. So just keep, and you know what? This is a nice size pan, so some of it, you know, in the center, it concentrates the heat. This is an electric stove. I do not. All right, well, let me just say this. I was gonna say I don't like them. I'm just not a fan of them, and I'm noticing those who live in, you know, in the area where they have gas stoves, they don't like electric. And if you know, and if you like electric, you don't like gas. And then look right there. You see the color change? I just kept whisking, didn't change nothing. Once you reach the desired color that you're looking for, to me, that's a roux right there. And then go ahead and add your veggies now. That's your celery. Then we're going to put our onions, and then we're going to come with our bell peppers. You know what? And then I cook those down. I really don't want to say I cook them down, you know, because I don't want to mislead nobody. I just cook them for about 2 or 3 minutes, you know, let them just, you know, mix, you know, with the with our roux mixture, and just keep moving them back and forth, you know, and let them maybe sit for just like 1 minute. After that, I take all of this right here, and I go ahead and, you know, and put it in the crock pot. Now, if you look at my crock pot, you can see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I went ahead and just sprayed it, took a napkin and just like, you know, wiped it around, you know, just to help with the cleanup. And I don't want to like leave no marks or no scarring in my porcelain. So after you go ahead and put all of your veggie and your roux mix in, go ahead and add your chicken stock. You know what? You then come back with your Creole or Cajun seasoning. You guys know I'm using Creole Kick. And then, you know what I can tell you is right here is where it becomes gumbo. You guys already did the most difficult part of this whole gumbo. Now we're going to put all of our ingredients in here, minus the shrimp and the crab. Actually, I'm getting ready to put the shrimp and the crab back into the refrigerator, you know, as it cooks. We're going to add that at the end of the cook. But right now, I just put it in. I put it in layers, just make sure everything is mixed. And then right here, that's the frozen okra. You can see, look, it's hard to get out. That's because as I was making the roux, I put this back in the freezer. So it kind of like froze. It actually froze really fast. And then we want to add our 2 cans of fire roasted diced, you know, garlic tomatoes. Go ahead and add those in there. And then, you know, I just mix it up. Like I say, I'd like to just mix it in layers just so everything is evenly, you know, distributed throughout. Now, once you finish, you know, mixing this up, then it's time to add your chicken. What I didn't show is, in the chicken, I cut mine in the quarters. You know, these are boneless, skinless chicken thighs, you know, and I just put that in there like that. I like a nice, you know, when I eat gumbo and it has chicken in it, I want to taste the chicken. I don't want no chicken, you know, no popcorn chicken kernels. I want real chicken. And this roux right here is so flavorful. You know what? It penetrates the chicken, and it just turns out, you know, outstanding. Now, then look, everything else is just like super easy. Add it to thyme, put it on the top, and then after that, we just want to set it. We're going to cook it on high for 4 hours, and then we're going to come back. Now, once it's done, that's what it looks like. I removed the thyme now. I mean, sometimes I set it off to the side, and, you know, put it back in there, but right now, you know what, just take it off. And then after that, listen, now's the time we're going to add that seafood. We just did 4 hours on high. I just mix it up, see where we at right there. Hey, it's looking good. Hey, the chicken might not look the way you think it should look, but I promise you, it's cooked thoroughly and it absorbed all of that gumbo flavor. Now we just want to go ahead and add our shrimp, and then we're going to put our crab. In our case, we're going to put crab claws. Real easy. Nice jumbo size shrimp, already peeled and deveined, and just add them in there. You know what I do is I just like mix it around and I push them down because you want it all to be covered. Because for this next 30 minutes, you know what? It's going to cook. You know, it doesn't take long, but we just going to cook them for 30 minutes. I promise you that might seem a little long, but in this gumbo, you know, roux, it turns out just perfectly. And now we just going to add the, you know, the claws as you see. Just put them in there, and then we're going to reset the timer. I turn it back on. I've done it all kind of ways. Sometimes I just let it sit in there because it's still hot. But because it was taking so long and I'm filming, I was thinking it might have lost a little heat, so I went ahead and just put it on for another 30 minutes at high. That's it. And when I come back, you guys will just see what this gumbo looks like. Now after 30 minutes, go ahead and take a look at it. Hey, listen, when you open that, you can already smell it through your, the crock pot gonna have the aroma in your house already. But listen, when you open that up, oh my goodness, that right there is what I call a chicken and sausage and seafood gumbo. Ooh-wee. That's up to you. I like mine like this. This is the way I was raised on it. I've had other people's that might have been a little thicker, but I can tell you this, as it cools, it just thickens up, real nice. But I just stir it around. I want you guys just to see everything is nicely cooked. You can see by this, you can look at these claws right there. You see that redness? That lets you know that, hey, it's ready, it's right. And now it's time to go ahead and, as we say, we're going to call it a plate, but obviously I'm using a bowl. And so I just put it in there. And then I'm going to show you guys, hey, listen, this right here is just hands down. You might not make it no other way but in the crock pot moving forward. Super easy. There you go, gumbo. So there you have it, you guys. This is what I'm bringing for week 4 of Soul Food Sundays. This is my YouTube virtual potluck, meal. Listen, it's a chicken, sausage, and seafood gumbo. I hope you guys like what you just saw. I'm gonna go ahead and get me some. And right now I got my spoon loaded up with a little okra, fire roasted tomatoes, and this this shrimp. Hey, it's going down, folks. Oh my goodness. The shrimp is just right. Let me go ahead. That might have been a fluke. Let me hit it again. As you can see, look, got one of these claws, just that stone crab. I'm gonna go ahead and eat that off camera. Super easy to make, and especially the new people that has never ever made a gumbo, and you probably heard, because everybody hears this, you know what, it's all in the roux. The roux is tricky. As you saw, you know what, the mystery has been solved. I don't see it being no mystery at all. Super easy to make. Just make sure that when you're making your roux, you never stop, whisking, and your heat is the key. Medium high, and if it look like it's starting to cook too fast and bubble, all you gotta do is reduce the heat. Hey, with that being said, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button and share it, and let everybody out there know it's a channel out here that's taking the mystery out of cooking and simplifying these recipes. And with that being said, you guys, you know what I'm finna say. I'm out. Peace.